Long ago, in a place called Mikawa Province, there was a powerful lord named Matsudera Hirotada. He was the ruler of Okazaki Castle, which was a magnificent fortress. In this castle, a very special child was born as his firstborn son. This child was given the name Takechio when he was very young. Now, Takechio was not an ordinary child. He was destined to become one of the most important figures in Japanese history. His life was full of adventures, challenges, and great achievements. Little did he know that his journey would lead him to become one of the most revered leaders of all time. As a young boy, Takechio grew up in the prestigious Okazaki Castle. He had a privileged upbringing, surrounded by loyal samurai warriors and wise mentors. Even at a young age, he displayed remarkable intelligence, bravery, and leadership qualities. The castle was a place of constant activity and preparation for battles. Takechio learned about the art of war, strategy, and the importance of honor from a very early age. His father, Lord Matsudera Hirotada, was a wise and respected lord who instilled in Takechio a strong sense of duty and responsibility. Being the son of a powerful lord, Takechio was not only loved and cherished but also faced great expectations. It was clear that he had a significant role to play in the future of their clan and the entire province of Mikawa. Even as a child, Takechio understood the importance of his position and the weight of his responsibilities. He was eager to learn and prepare himself for the challenges that lay ahead. His mentors and teachers recognized his potential and nurtured his talents, ensuring that he received the best education and training available. Despite his young age, Takechio was already becoming known for his wisdom and composure. People admired his calm demeanor and his ability to make thoughtful decisions even in difficult situations. These qualities would serve him well as he grew older and faced greater trials. Little did Takechio know that his life was about to take a dramatic turn. His destiny would lead him to become one of the most influential figures in Japanese history. From his humble beginnings in Okazaki Castle, he would rise to power and shape the future of the nation. But that is a story for another time. For now, let us remember Takechio as the young boy, full of promise and potential, who would one day become the legendary leader known as Tokugawa Ieyasu. His journey was just beginning, and the world would soon witness the incredible feats of this remarkable individual. Remember, children, every great leader starts as a child with dreams and aspirations. With hard work, determination, and a strong sense of purpose, you too can achieve greatness and make a difference in the world. Just like Takechio, who would one day become the renowned Tokugawa Ieyasu. When Tokugawa Ieyasu was just a young boy, something happened that changed the course of his life. He found himself in a situation called hostage. But what does that mean? Well, you see, during those times, it was common for powerful families to form alliances with each other. These alliances were like promises to help and protect each other when needed. Sometimes, to show that these promises were sincere, children from one family would be sent to live with another family as hostages. In Tokugawa Ieyasu's case, he was sent to live with the Imagawa family as a hostage. The Imagawa family was a powerful clan, and by having young Ieyasu as their hostage, they ensured that his own family, the Matsudera clan, would remain loyal to them. Now, being a hostage might sound a bit scary or sad, but it wasn't always a bad thing. In fact, it was an opportunity for young Ieyasu to learn and grow. He was able to observe the ways of the Imagawa clan, their customs, and their strategies in running a domain. He received an education from some of the best teachers and learned valuable lessons about leadership and diplomacy. During his time as a hostage, Ieyasu also made important connections and friendships. He met influential people and learned about the different clans and regions of Japan. All these experiences would later prove to be very useful to him when he took on the role of a leader himself. However, life as a hostage wasn't without its challenges. Ieyasu had to adapt to a different environment and follow the rules and customs of the Imagawa family. He had to be respectful and obedient, even when he might have wanted to be with his own family. But despite these challenges, Ieyasu remained strong and resilient. He used this time to observe, learn, and prepare himself for the future. He knew that one day, he would return to his own clan and fulfill his destiny as a great leader. And so, the period of Ieyasu's life as a hostage laid the foundation for his future achievements. It taught him important lessons about loyalty, diplomacy, and the responsibilities of leadership. It shaped him into the remarkable person he would become. Children, remember that even in difficult situations, there are always opportunities for growth and learning. Just like Tokugawa Ieyasu, who turned his time as a hostage into a valuable experience that would guide him in becoming one of Japan's greatest leaders. You too can overcome challenges and use them to become stronger and wiser individuals. There was a famous person named Tokugawa Ieyasu. He had a very important event in his life when he got married to Lady Tsukiyama, who was the niece of a powerful lord named Imagawa Yoshimoto. Let's learn more about this special marriage. Lady Tsukiyama was a remarkable lady who was related to Imagawa Yoshimoto, a very influential person during that time in Japan. Tokugawa Ieyasu and Lady Tsukiyama's marriage was not just a regular marriage. It was a way for them to connect their families and build a strong relationship. In those days, marriages were not only about love but also about forming alliances between powerful families. By marrying Lady Tsukiyama, Tokugawa Ieyasu and Imagawa Yoshimoto were able to create a bond between their families. This bond meant that they would support and help each other in many different ways. When Tokugawa Ieyasu married Lady Tsukiyama, they became family. Lady Tsukiyama played an important role as the wife of Tokugawa Ieyasu. She supported him and stood by his side during both good and difficult times. Together, they faced challenges and worked towards their goals. This marriage was not just about two people coming together. It was a way to strengthen their families and create a network of support. By joining forces, Tokugawa Ieyasu and Lady Tsukiyama could rely on each other and work together to achieve success. Children, just like Tokugawa Ieyasu and Lady Tsukiyama, it's important to understand that sometimes alliances and partnerships are formed through marriage. These alliances can help create strong connections and provide support in different areas of life. Building strong relationships with others is valuable and can lead to many great opportunities. Marriage is a special bond between two people, and it can also bring families and communities closer. Tokugawa Ieyasu and Lady Tsukiyama's marriage was an example of how important relationships and alliances were during that time in history. Remember, children, that strong alliances and partnerships can bring great achievements, just like the marriage between Tokugawa Ieyasu and Lady Tsukiyama, which helped shape Japan's history in extraordinary ways. There were two important historical figures named Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga. They had a very special relationship called an alliance, which means they agreed to work together and support each other. Let's learn more about this fascinating alliance. Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga were both powerful leaders in different regions of Japan. They realized that by joining forces, they could become even stronger and achieve their goals more effectively. So, they decided to form an alliance, which is like a partnership or a friendship between two powerful people. When Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga formed their alliance, they promised to help each other in times of need. They shared resources, information, and military support to overcome challenges and protect their territories. This alliance created a bond of trust and friendship between them. Oda Nobunaga was a very influential and ambitious leader who aimed to unify Japan under his rule. Tokugawa Ieyasu, on the other hand, wanted to establish his own power and protect his land. By forming an alliance, they could combine their strengths and work towards their shared goal of bringing stability and peace to Japan. Through their alliance, Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga exchanged ideas and strategies, learning from each other's experiences. They fought battles together, supported each other in political matters, and even shared important resources like soldiers and supplies. The alliance between Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga had a significant impact on Japanese history. Their combined efforts and collaboration helped pave the way for the unification of Japan under the Tokugawa shogunate, which was led by Tokugawa Ieyasu himself. Children, alliances are formed when people come together to support and help each other. Just like Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga, when we work together and combine our strengths, we can accomplish great things. It's important to value teamwork, trust, and friendship in our own lives. The alliance between Tokugawa Ieyasu and Oda Nobunaga was a remarkable partnership that shaped the course of Japanese history. It taught us the importance of unity and cooperation to overcome challenges and achieve common goals. There was a brave and influential leader named Tokugawa Ieyasu. He was born as the eldest son of Lord Matsudaira Hirotada, who ruled over Okazaki Castle in Mikawa Province. When Tokugawa Ieyasu was young, his name was Takechiyo. During that time, Japan was divided into many regions, each with its own ruler. Tokugawa Ieyasu had a dream of bringing all of Mikawa province under his control and creating peace and unity in the land. He wanted to make life better for the people who lived there. With great determination and skill, Tokugawa Ieyasu began working towards his goal of unifying Mikawa province. He fought battles and made alliances with other powerful leaders to strengthen his position. One of the most important alliances he made was with a famous leader named Oda Nobunaga. Under Oda Nobunaga's guidance, Tokugawa Ieyasu gained valuable experience and learned important strategies for governing and leading his people. He admired Oda Nobunaga's vision for a united Japan and was inspired to follow in his footsteps. After some time, Tokugawa Ieyasu succeeded in his mission to unify Mikawa province. This means that he brought all the different parts of the province together under his rule. It was a significant achievement because it brought stability and peace to the region. As a symbol of his newfound power and authority, Tokugawa Ieyasu decided to change his surname from Matsudera to Tokugawa. This was a way of showing that he had become a leader in his own right and was ready to take on even greater responsibilities. From that moment on, he was known as Tokugawa Ieyasu. He became a respected figure not only in Mikawa province but also throughout Japan. His name would be remembered for generations to come as one of the most influential leaders in Japanese history. Children, Tokugawa Ieyasu's journey to unify Mikawa province teaches us the importance of perseverance and having a vision. He worked hard to bring people together and create a better future for his land. We can learn from his determination and use it as inspiration to achieve our own goals and make a positive impact in our lives. The unification of Mikawa province and the change of Tokugawa Ieyasu's surname marked a significant turning point in his life. It set the stage for his future achievements and his role in shaping the history of Japan. There was a courageous leader named Tokugawa Ieyasu. He was born as the eldest son of Lord Matsudera Hirotada, who ruled over Okazaki Castle in Mikawa province. When Tokugawa Ieyasu was a child, he was called Takechiyo. During that time, Japan was divided into many regions, each ruled by different warlords. One of the most influential warlords was Oda Nobunaga. Tokugawa Ieyasu decided to join forces with Oda Nobunaga to achieve their goals together. Together, they fought in a famous battle called the Battle of Anagawa. This battle took place near a river called Anagawa and was a crucial moment in their efforts to gain control over the land. Tokugawa Ieyasu fought bravely alongside Oda Nobunaga and their forces emerged victorious. After the battle, Tokugawa Ieyasu made a strategic decision. He moved his headquarters from Mikawa province to a new region called Totomi province, which was also known as Totomi. There, he established a magnificent castle called Hamamatsu Castle. Building a castle was no easy task. It required careful planning, hard work, and skilled craftsmen. Tokugawa Ieyasu wanted his new base to be strong and secure, serving as a symbol of his power and authority. Hamamatsu Castle became a symbol of his growing influence in the region. By moving to Totomi province and constructing Hamamatsu Castle, Tokugawa Ieyasu expanded his control over new territories. This strategic move allowed him to establish a strong foothold in the area and forge alliances with other neighboring clans. The construction of Hamamatsu Castle not only provided Tokugawa Ieyasu with a fortified residence but also served as a center of governance and a symbol of his leadership. It became a place where important decisions were made and where his loyal followers gathered. Children. The Battle of Anagawa and the establishment of Hamamatsu Castle marked significant milestones in Tokugawa Ieyasu's journey. By joining forces with Oda Nobunaga and securing a new base, he gained more influence and laid the foundation for his future achievements. These events show us the importance of teamwork, strategic thinking, and adaptability. Tokugawa Ieyasu understood the value of alliances and the need to establish a strong presence in new territories. His actions teach us valuable lessons about leadership and perseverance. Hamamatsu Castle stands as a testament to Tokugawa Ieyasu's determination and vision. It became a symbol of his power and played a vital role in shaping the history of Japan. In ancient Japan, there was a period filled with fierce battles and conflicts among powerful warlords. One of these warlords was Tokugawa Ieyasu, who aimed to unify the land under his rule. During his quest for power, he encountered a formidable opponent named Takeda Shingen, a renowned warlord from the Takeda clan. The two warlords had a rivalry over the control of Totomi Province, which was a strategically important region. Totomi Province was rich in resources and held a key position between Tokugawa's territory and the lands controlled by the Takeda clan. As the tension escalated, Tokugawa Ieyasu and Takeda Shingen found themselves engaged in a series of intense battles and military confrontations. One of the most significant clashes occurred at a place called Mikatagahara, commonly known as the Battle of Mikatagahara. The Battle of Mikatagahara was a critical moment in their struggle for dominance. Tokugawa Ieyasu led his forces into this decisive battle against the Takeda army. Both sides fought fiercely, displaying great courage and tactical skill. Despite the odds stacked against him, Tokugawa Ieyasu's forces achieved a remarkable victory over the Takeda army at the Battle of Mikatagahara. This triumph marked a turning point in the conflict and dealt a severe blow to the Takeda clan's aspirations of controlling Totomi Province. The outcome of the Battle of Mikatagahara had far-reaching consequences. It weakened Takeda Shingen's influence in the region, allowing Tokugawa Ieyasu to solidify his position and expand his power base. Children. It's important to understand that battles like the Battle of Mikatagahara played a significant role in shaping the course of history. This particular battle showcased Tokugawa Ieyasu's strategic prowess, bravery, and the dedication of his loyal samurai warriors. The conflict between Tokugawa Ieyasu and Takeda Shingen demonstrates the struggles and challenges faced by warlords during that era. It also highlights the significance of territorial control and the quest for power and dominance. By emerging victorious at the Battle of Mikatagahara, Tokugawa Ieyasu took a step closer to achieving his ultimate goal of unifying Japan under his leadership. His determination and military achievements laid the foundation for his future rise as one of Japan's most influential figures. Remember, history teaches us valuable lessons about bravery, perseverance, and the impact of pivotal events. The Battle of Mikatagahara serves as a testament to the strength and resilience of Tokugawa Ieyasu and offers insights into the turbulent times of feudal Japan. During the samurai period in Japan, there was a famous battle known as the Battle of Nagashino. It was a significant clash between two powerful groups, the Oda Tokugawa allied forces and the Takeda clan. After the passing of the esteemed Takeda Shingen, his son Takeda Katsuyori succeeded him as the leader of the Takeda clan. Seeing an opportunity to weaken the Takeda's influence and expand their own power, the Oda and Tokugawa clans formed an alliance. Under the leadership of Oda Nobunaga and Tokugawa Ieyasu, the Oda Tokugawa allied forces prepared for the decisive Battle of Nagashino. This battle took place in the province of Mikawa. The Oda Tokugawa forces adopted a unique strategy to counter the renowned Takeda cavalry. They constructed a series of wooden palisades, known as teppozumi, or teppo walls, and positioned their arquebusiers, or gunners, behind them. At the onset of the battle, Takeda Katsuyori's cavalry charged with great speed and ferocity. However, they faced a devastating surprise. The Oda Tokugawa gunners opened fire from behind their protective walls, unleashing a barrage of bullets upon the Takeda cavalry. The gunfire proved to be highly effective, as the Takeda cavalry suffered heavy casualties and lost their momentum. The Oda Tokugawa forces skillfully used their firearms to neutralize the Takeda clan's renowned cavalry charges. The Battle of Nagashino resulted in a resounding victory for the Oda Tokugawa allied forces. The Takeda clan, under the leadership of Takeda Katsuyori, was dealt a severe blow. The defeat shattered the Takeda's military strength and significantly weakened their position. The triumph at the Battle of Nagashino showcased the Oda Tokugawa alliance's strategic prowess and their effective use of firearms on the battlefield. It marked a turning point in the struggle for power among the daimyo, feudal lords, and further solidified the dominance of the Oda and Tokugawa clans. Children. The Battle of Nagashino demonstrates the evolution of warfare during Japan's samurai era. It highlights the introduction and impact of firearms, particularly the arquebus, on traditional samurai tactics. The Oda Tokugawa victory at Nagashino showcased the importance of adaptation and innovation in warfare. By combining traditional samurai skills with modern weapons, they were able to overcome the formidable Takeda cavalry and secure a significant triumph. Remember, history teaches us about the strategies, tactics, and alliances that shaped the course of events in the past. The Battle of Nagashino stands as an example of how military advancements can influence the outcome of battles and alter the balance of power. Through learning about such historical events, we gain insights into the bravery, ingenuity, and resilience of those who lived during this fascinating period of Japan's history. During the time of feudal Japan, there were two powerful clans, the Oda clan led by Oda Nobunaga and the Takeda clan led by Takeda Shingen. These clans often formed alliances and engaged in battles to expand their influence. Lady Tsukiyama, the wife of Matsudera Hirotada and mother of Tokugawa Ieyasu's firstborn son, Nobuyasu, found herself in a difficult situation. She was suspected of having secret communications or connections with the Takeda clan, which made Oda Nobunaga question her loyalty. In order to safeguard the interests of the Oda clan, Nobunaga made the decision to have Lady Tsukiyama executed. This was a drastic measure taken to eliminate any potential threat or betrayal within their ranks. It was a tragic event as Lady Tsukiyama lost her life due to the suspicions raised against her. Additionally, Nobuyasu, Lady Tsukiyama's eldest son, was also implicated in the suspicion of betrayal. As a result, he was forced to perform seppuku, a form of ritual suicide by disembowelment. This was a severe punishment inflicted upon him by the Oda clan for his alleged involvement in the suspected treason. The act of seppuku was considered a deeply solemn and honorable way for a samurai to take responsibility for their actions or to preserve their family's honor. It involved using a short sword to cut open the abdomen, followed by a quick decapitation by a trusted retainer to end the samurai's suffering. This event demonstrates the strict code of loyalty, honor, and consequences that governed the samurai society during that era. Suspicions of betrayal were taken extremely seriously, and severe punishments, such as execution and seppuku, were carried out to maintain the stability and integrity of the clans. It is important to understand that these historical events, although tragic, provide us with insights into the complex dynamics and challenges faced by individuals during feudal Japan. They remind us of the significance placed on loyalty, trust, and the consequences of actions within the samurai code of conduct. By studying and reflecting on these events, we can appreciate the values and principles that guided the lives of people in the past, helping us develop a deeper understanding of the historical context and the impact it had on shaping Japan's history. During the historical period of feudal Japan, there were powerful warlords who sought to become the ruler of the entire country. One such warlord was Toyotomi Hideyoshi, also known as Hashiba Hideyoshi, who had ambitions of achieving national unification. On the other hand, Tokugawa Ieyasu, who was an influential daimyo and later became the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate, found himself in opposition to Hideyoshi's goal of ruling over all of Japan. This conflict between Ieyasu and Hideyoshi led to a series of battles known as the Battles of Kamaka and Nagakute. These battles took place in the regions of Kamaka and Nagakute and were fought between the forces loyal to Ieyasu and those loyal to Hideyoshi. The battles were significant because they represented the clash of two powerful factions in their struggle for dominance. Hideyoshi's forces aimed to expand his control and authority, while Ieyasu and his allies sought to protect their own territories and resist Hideyoshi's ambitions. The Battle of Kamaka occurred in 1584, where Hideyoshi's forces launched an attack on the castle controlled by Ieyasu's general, Takechiyo. However, Ieyasu's forces successfully defended the castle, leading to a strategic stalemate between the two sides. The Battle of Nagakute followed in 1584 to 1585, with Hideyoshi launching another offensive against Ieyasu's stronghold. This time, the conflict ended inconclusively, without a clear victor emerging. As a result, both sides eventually reached a temporary truce known as the Treaty of Nagahama. These battles, although not decisive in determining the ultimate fate of the country, were significant in shaping the power dynamics and relationships between the warlords during that period. They showcased the tensions and rivalries that existed among these powerful figures vying for control over Japan. Ultimately, Hideyoshi would go on to establish the Toyotomi government and become a dominant figure in the country. However, the conflict between Ieyasu and Hideyoshi laid the groundwork for future power struggles that would eventually lead to the rise of the Tokugawa shogunate under the leadership of Ieyasu. Studying these historical events allows us to understand the complexities and challenges of Japan's feudal period. It helps us appreciate the motivations, strategies, and conflicts that shaped the course of the country's history and the eventual establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, which brought about a prolonged period of peace and stability known as the Edo period. Tokugawa Ieyasu, a powerful daimyo during feudal Japan, had significant experiences and achievements in his life. One of those important events took place when he visited Osaka Castle and pledged his loyalty to Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a prominent warlord. When Ieyasu arrived at Osaka Castle, he met with Hideyoshi, who was a powerful figure at the time. In a gesture of loyalty and respect, Ieyasu declared his allegiance to Hideyoshi and agreed to serve him faithfully. As a result of this pledge, Hideyoshi rewarded Ieyasu by granting him additional territories. These territories included the provinces of Kai and Shinano, which were incorporated into Ieyasu's domain. This expansion gave Ieyasu control over 5 provinces in total. Furthermore, Ieyasu decided to relocate his main residence from Hamamatsu Castle to Sunpu Castle. This move was significant because it allowed Ieyasu to establish a stronger presence in the region of Suruga, where Sunpu Castle was located. By moving to Sunpu Castle, Ieyasu aimed to strengthen his influence and consolidate his power in the surrounding areas. It also positioned him strategically closer to Hideyoshi, enabling him to maintain a closer relationship with the powerful Toyotomi clan. This event marked an important turning point in Ieyasu's career and his relationship with Hideyoshi. It solidified their alliance and set the stage for future developments in the political landscape of Japan. Studying these historical events helps us understand the dynamics of feudal Japan, where powerful warlords competed for territory and influence. It allows us to appreciate the strategies, alliances, and decisions made by individuals like Ieyasu, who played significant roles in shaping the course of Japanese history. Tokugawa Ieyasu, a famous historical figure, played a significant role in Japan's history. One important event in his life was when he participated in the siege of Odawara and was later ordered by Toyotomi Hideyoshi to move to the Kanto region, where he entered Edo Castle. During the time of the siege of Odawara, Ieyasu joined forces with Hideyoshi to attack Odawara Castle, which was held by the Hojo clan. This castle was a formidable stronghold located in the Kanto region, near present-day Tokyo. Their joint efforts resulted in the successful capture of Odawara Castle, marking the end of the Hojo clan's power. Following this victory, Hideyoshi recognized Ieyasu's military capabilities and strategic importance. Hideyoshi then ordered Ieyasu to relocate to the Kanto region, specifically to an area known as the Musashi province. As part of this relocation, Ieyasu entered Edo Castle, which would later become the famous Edo Castle that formed the foundation of the Tokugawa shogunate. The decision to move Ieyasu to the Kanto region was significant for several reasons. Firstly, it allowed Hideyoshi to establish a stable presence in the area, securing control over a crucial part of Japan. Secondly, it positioned Ieyasu strategically to monitor and control other daimyo in the region, thereby maintaining stability and order. Entering Edo Castle marked the beginning of Ieyasu's dominance in the Kanto region and laid the groundwork for the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, which would later become the Edo period, a time of peace and prosperity in Japan. By explaining these historical events, we gain insight into the actions and decisions that shape Japan's future. It helps us understand the importance of alliances, military campaigns, and territorial control in feudal Japan. Additionally, it allows us to appreciate Ieyasu's leadership and his role in laying the foundation for the long-lasting Tokugawa shogunate. Tokugawa Ieyasu, a famous historical figure, had a significant role during the time of the Toyotomi government in Japan. One important event in his life was when he was chosen as one of the 5 elders of the Toyotomi government after the death of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Before we delve into this event, let's understand what the Toyotomi government was. Toyotomi Hideyoshi was a powerful warlord who succeeded Oda Nobunaga and aimed to unify Japan. After achieving his goal, Hideyoshi established a government known as the Toyotomi government. This government consisted of trusted advisors and officials who assisted Hideyoshi in governing the country. After Hideyoshi's passing, a significant power vacuum emerged. As a result, 5 influential individuals were appointed as the 5 elders to help maintain stability and guide the government. Among these elders was Tokugawa Ieyasu, who had gained considerable power and respect due to his military achievements and political astuteness. Being chosen as one of the 5 elders reflected the trust and recognition placed in Ieyasu's abilities and leadership. As an elder, Ieyasu had a crucial role in advising and making important decisions for the Toyotomi government. His wisdom and experience were highly valued during this critical time of transition. This appointment not only showcased Ieyasu's influence but also demonstrated the respect he commanded among his peers and the broader society. It further solidified his position as a prominent figure in Japan's political landscape. However, it's important to note that the stability of the Toyotomi government was short-lived. Internal conflicts and power struggles eventually led to the downfall of the Toyotomi clan, paving the way for Tokugawa Ieyasu to establish the Tokugawa shogunate. By understanding Ieyasu's role as one of the 5 elders of the Toyotomi government, we gain insights into the intricate dynamics of power and governance during this period of Japanese history. It allows us to appreciate the complexities of political transitions and the importance of leadership in shaping the course of a nation. Tokugawa Ieyasu, a significant historical figure, played a crucial role in the Battle of Sekigahara, which was a decisive conflict during Japan's feudal era. This battle marked a turning point in Ieyasu's rise to power and solidified his position as the de facto ruler of Japan. Before we dive into the details of the battle, let's understand the context. During this time, Japan was divided into different factions, with various warlords vying for control. The Western Army, led by Toyotomi Hideyori and his loyal supporters, opposed the Eastern Army. Commanded by Tokugawa Ieyasu, the Battle of Sekigahara took place in 1600 and was a clash of immense significance. Ieyasu's forces faced a formidable opponent in the Western Army, which had substantial military strength and influential allies. However, through careful strategy, alliances, and skillful maneuvering, Ieyasu managed to secure a decisive victory. This triumph had far-reaching consequences. By defeating the Western Army, Ieyasu effectively became the most powerful figure in Japan. Although the country was not immediately unified, Ieyasu's victory allowed him to consolidate his power and establish the foundation for the Tokugawa shogunate, which would govern Japan for over 250 years. As the de facto ruler, Ieyasu exercised significant control over the political, economic, and social affairs of the country. He implemented various policies and measures to ensure stability and order, promoting peace and prosperity throughout Japan. The Battle of Sekigahara marked a pivotal moment in Japan's history, as it determined the course of the nation's future. It solidified Ieyasu's position as the dominant figure and set the stage for the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, which brought about a long period of peace and stability known as the Edo period. It's important to understand that the Battle of Sekigahara was not just a military conflict, but a turning point that shaped the destiny of Japan. Ieyasu's victory in this battle laid the foundation for the political and social structure of the country for centuries to come. After his remarkable achievements and strategic victories, Tokugawa Ieyasu ascended to a position of great authority and influence. He was appointed as the shogun and went on to establish the Edo shogunate, which would shape the course of Japanese history. Being appointed as the shogun meant that Ieyasu became the highest military and political leader in Japan. He was entrusted with the responsibility of maintaining peace, enforcing laws, and governing the country. This marked a significant turning point in Japan's political landscape. Ieyasu chose the name Tokugawa for his new family and established the Edo shogunate in the year 1603. The capital of Japan was moved from Kyoto to Edo, which is present-day Tokyo. This shift in power and the establishment of a new government system had a profound impact on the country's future. Under the rule of the Edo shogunate, Japan experienced a long period of stability, peace, and economic growth. Ieyasu implemented policies that promoted social order, encouraged trade, and protected the interests of the ruling samurai class. This era is often referred to as the Edo period or the Tokugawa period. During this time, strict social hierarchies were established, and the samurai became the ruling class. The country was divided into different domains ruled by daimyos, who were powerful feudal lords loyal to the shogun. The society was structured around a code of conduct known as bushido, emphasizing loyalty, honor, and discipline. The Edo shogunate also implemented policies to limit foreign influence and maintain internal stability. Trade with foreign countries was strictly regulated, and the samurai were prohibited from engaging in commercial activities. Despite these restrictions, cultural and artistic development thrived during this period, leading to the emergence of traditional Japanese arts such as kabuki theater, ukiyo-e woodblock prints, and haiku poetry. It's important to understand that the establishment of the Edo shogunate marked a significant shift in Japan's governance and had a lasting impact on its society. The era brought about relative peace and stability, allowing for cultural, economic, and intellectual advancements. After leading a successful and transformative era as the shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu made an important decision regarding the leadership of Japan. He chose to pass on the position of shogun to his third son, Hidetada, ensuring the continuity of the Tokugawa family's rule. Tokugawa Ieyasu recognized the importance of establishing a strong and stable leadership for the future of Japan. As he grew older, he believed that it was time to entrust the responsibilities of governance to the next generation. Thus, he decided to pass on the prestigious title of shogun to his capable and trusted son, Hidetada. Hidetada, having grown up in a family of warriors and statesmen, had received an education befitting a future leader. He had been trained in military strategies and administrative skills from a young age, preparing him for the responsibilities that awaited him. By selecting Hidetada as his successor, Ieyasu aimed to ensure a smooth transition of power and maintain the stability and prosperity of the Tokugawa regime. This decision was significant not only for the Tokugawa family but also for the entire country. It marked a tradition of hereditary succession within the Tokugawa clan, where the position of shogun would be passed down from father to son in the future. This practice provided a sense of continuity and stability in Japanese politics, contributing to the longevity of the Tokugawa shogunate. Under Hidetada's leadership, the Tokugawa shogunate continued to flourish, building upon the foundations laid by his father, Ieyasu. Hidetada governed with wisdom and upheld the principles of the Tokugawa regime, focusing on maintaining social order, fostering economic growth, and preserving the samurai class's privileges. While Hidetada may not have achieved the same level of prominence as his father, his role as the second shogun was crucial in solidifying the Tokugawa family's control over Japan. His tenure allowed the Tokugawa shogunate to consolidate its power, expand its influence, and govern the nation effectively. It's important to recognize that Hidetada's ascension to the position of shogun exemplified the importance of succession planning and the transmission of leadership within a family or dynasty. The decision to pass on the mantle of authority ensured the continued stability and prosperity of the Tokugawa shogunate, leaving a lasting impact on the course of Japanese history. Certainly. Here's an explanation of 17. Moving to Sunpu Castle and the beginning of the Bakufu, after a series of significant events in his life, such as the Battle of Sekigahara and the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, Tokugawa Ieyasu decided to move to a new castle called Sunpu Castle, located in the province of Suruga. This move marked the beginning of a period known as the Ogosho Seiji, or the era of Great Elder politics. Sunpu Castle, also known as Suruga Castle, became the residence of Tokugawa Ieyasu during the later years of his life. As the shogun, he played a central role in governing Japan. And his relocation to Sunpu Castle allowed him to exercise his authority effectively from a strategic location. The transition to Sunpu Castle brought about a change in governance style. During this period, Tokugawa Ieyasu adopted a new political system known as Ogosho Seiji, where he operated as the Ogosho, or the Great Elder, while his son Hidetada held the position of shogun. This system enabled Ieyasu to retain considerable power and influence, acting as an advisor to his son and offering guidance on matters of governance. As the Great Elder, Tokugawa Ieyasu focused on overseeing the broader political landscape of the Tokugawa shogunate. He provided counsel on important decisions, maintained relationships with feudal lords, and ensured the stability and prosperity of the newly established government. The relocation to Sunpu Castle also brought about a shift in the political dynamics of the time. It served as a center for political activities and discussions among the samurai, feudal lords, and advisors. This period is often referred to as the Ogosho Seiji, or the era of Great Elder politics because of the significant role played by Tokugawa Ieyasu during this time. By establishing himself in Sunpu Castle, Tokugawa Ieyasu solidified his authority and facilitated the efficient administration of the Tokugawa shogunate. His presence in Suruga province allowed him to maintain control over the surrounding regions and effectively govern Japan from a centralized location. The period of the Great Elder politics at Sunpu Castle marked a crucial phase in the development of the Tokugawa shogunate. It showcased the wisdom and leadership of Tokugawa Ieyasu as he guided his son, Hidetada, and laid the foundation for the stable governance that characterized the era. Certainly. Here's an explanation of 18. The fall of the Toyotomi clan in the summer siege of Osaka and the enforcement of samurai laws and regulations. During a significant event known as the Summer Siege of Osaka, Tokugawa Ieyasu's forces faced off against the Toyotomi clan, led by Toyotomi Hideyori, in a fierce battle. The Toyotomi clan was a powerful family that had previously held political influence in Japan. The outcome of the Summer Siege of Osaka was decisive, resulting in the defeat of the Toyotomi clan. As a result, Tokugawa Ieyasu solidified his position as the dominant power in Japan and effectively ended the Toyotomi family's rule. Following the victory, Tokugawa Ieyasu implemented various laws and regulations that came to be known as the Bukushohato. These laws were designed to maintain stability, reinforce the authority of the samurai class, and establish a strict social order. The samurai laws outlined specific rules and expectations for samurai behavior, emphasizing their loyalty to the Tokugawa shogunate. They also addressed matters such as land distribution, marriage practices, and even regulations for commoners. Additionally, Tokugawa Ieyasu enforced the Kinchu Narabini Kuge Shohato, a set of regulations governing the imperial court and the nobility. These regulations aimed to limit the power and influence of the court and noble families, ensuring that they remained subordinate to the samurai class and the Tokugawa shogunate. The enforcement of these laws and regulations represented a significant shift in the power dynamics of Japan. It consolidated the authority of the Tokugawa shogunate and established a strict social hierarchy, with the samurai class at the top. By suppressing the Toyotomi clan and implementing the samurai laws and the regulations concerning the imperial court and nobility, Tokugawa Ieyasu solidified his control over Japan and laid the foundation for the peaceful and prosperous era known as the Edo period. After a long and eventful life, Tokugawa Ieyasu faced a challenging situation during his later years. It is said that while he was staying at Tanaka Castle, he tried a special dish called tai tempura, which unfortunately caused him to fall ill. This happened on April 17. As his condition worsened, Tokugawa Ieyasu was moved to Sunpu Castle for better care. However, despite the efforts to improve his health, he eventually passed away at Sunpu Castle. The news of his death saddened many people throughout Japan. To honor his memory and pay respects to his achievements, Tokugawa Ieyasu was laid to rest at Mount Kuno. This mountain holds great significance as it became the final resting place for one of Japan's most influential historical figures. It's important to remember that Tokugawa Ieyasu's passing marked the end of an era and left a lasting impact on Japanese history. His leadership and accomplishments, such as the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate and the introduction of peace and stability during the Edo period, shaped the country's future. While the incident involving tai tempura and his subsequent passing may seem like an unfortunate event, it is essential to recognize the remarkable contributions and legacy Tokugawa Ieyasu left behind. His vision and achievements continue to be admired and studied, making him an integral figure in Japan's history.